Okay, folks, we are talking about compound linear inequalities today. So real quick, let's see, today's the 14th. So compound linear inequalities. Okay, real quick for the do now. The opposite of x is less than 6, so we've got negative x is less than 6. So that's kind of how it translates from English to math. So the idea here is I want to get that negative to the other side because I don't like negative variables in answers. So I'm going to divide by a negative on each side. That's going to get us a negative 6. Now what happens with the inequality sign when you are dividing or multiplying by a negative is it's going to flip. So it's basically everything greater than negative 6, so like negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, but less than negative 6, like negative 10, for instance, won't work. And the reason, like, let's say it's negative 10, right? If I plug negative 10 in here, is less than 6, make sure I have that negative out there. That's kind of what is weird about this, because the two negatives will turn into a positive, and we can see that 10 is less than 6, so negative 10 is not a solution, right? So that's the idea. If we take a look at the Desmos graphing calculator, I've got it graphed right here. We can see that to the right of the answer is shaded, so that's the idea. Our objective today is we will take risks and reason numerically, algebraically, and graphically with compound inequalities. So the task here is this compound inequality. Select the x values that are solutions to this compound inequality. So I'm just going to write this down. Let's see, negative 6 is less than 2 times 3x plus 6. If I sneeze during this video, I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. Sorry about that, guys. And we've got to see if A, B, C, D, E, and F are solutions to this. I'm just going to kind of solve I'm just going to solve this algebraically, and then we'll graph it, and then we'll kind of plug the videos in or look at Desmos. Okay, so the idea here is we have these this compound inequality, right? It's got an inequality here and an inequality here. That's what makes it a compound linear inequality. Okay, more than one inequality sign. So the idea is we're going to make two equations. And then, not negative 2. 2 times 3x plus 6 is less than 6. So we make 2, and then we just solve. I'm going to divide by 2 right out the gate on both sides, just to get it out of the way. You do that when you get a whole number on the other side of the inequality, or equation. So that's negative 3 is less than 3x plus 6. And this is 3x plus 6 is less than 3. Okay, then I'm just going to kind of solve normally. I'm going to subtract 6 on both sides. We end up with negative 9 is less than 3x here, and we end up with 3x is less than 3 minus 6 is negative 3. And then we'll divide by 3 on both sides. Here and here, and we get, let's see, negative 3 is less than x. I like to flip that around, and I'll say x is greater than negative 3, and then that's going to give us a negative 1, so x is less than negative 1. Oops, sorry. So those are the answers to this compound inequality. I'm going to put this on a number line, and we'll see what this looks like. Can it wait? Can it wait? Are you a student or a teacher?
Student.
Who is it? I'm filming a video right now. So you can come back in 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, so put this on the number line. Say negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't really need to go out anymore because we're only at negative 3, negative 1. So we're at negative 3 here and negative 1. And I'm going to use open circles rather than closed circles because it does not have the bar underneath the inequality symbol. So it's not greater than or equal to, and it's not less than or equal to. Now this is greater than -3, so our ray is going to go this way, and this is less than, so our ray is going to go left. So rather than shooting all the way out here, it's actually going to get stopped by that right here, right? So maybe it'll make more sense if I just highlight it rather than kind of like drawing it above or drawing it really thick right there, okay? So the answer lies in between here. So it's basically -2 is the answer if we're looking at, integers rather than, decimals. -2.1 will also work, but -2 is the only integer that will solve both, that will satisfy this, right? We can see it right here. I'm gonna pop this into Desmos and we'll kind of see what it looks like. I wonder if I can do the whole inequality. Let's just start there. Like always, right, I go to the wrench, I make it bigger, I get rid of minor grid lines, and I change my scale or my step for x-axis and y-axis to 1. I think I can just put the whole thing in here, right? For that, the inequality, you can do it on the keyboard or you can access it right here with the computer keyboard. 2, 3x plus 6. Yeah, there we go. And then I'll throw that in there, and it's 6. Oh, it doesn't do that. It won't do a compound inequality. Interesting. Okay, what we can do is we can put them in here separately. So it becomes 2 times 3x plus 6 is less than 6. And what we see is basically the exact same thing. We've got this double shaded part with the blue and the red right here as our solution zone, basically. And so that's exactly what we have here on our number line. So there you go. I'm going to go through the other problems here. We know basically it's -2 is the only solution. So A, B, C, E, and F are all incorrect. -2 is the only solution. Let's make sure that we got our graph right. Oh, interesting. That's not even showing up here. Huh. Okay, well. Sorry guys, I gotta blow my nose. My apologies. Okay, I'm not going to go through these problems individually, but these will be posted in Google Classrooms. I will post the answers as well. I am not necessarily interested in the answers, that's why I'm giving them to you. I want to see your work on paper, and I want to see your work on Desmos that gets you to the answer. So I'm interested in the process and how you think about things rather than the answers. So that is the idea here, and there you go. Where did I put that Screencastify thing to stop?